Hello there. Chaz here, and I am playing Anatomy. This is a horror game of some sort. Sorry, Flemmy. Before I get started doing anything, while I'm in this fairly dark room, I will just say ahead of time that the content warning for this game is distorted / flashing images, extreme body horror, and extreme horror themes. I think I got that right. So if any of that bothers you, either stop watching now or pause the video for a second, let yourself, brace yourself for what's going to happen, and then I'll be with you when you get back. If this happens to be, if any of this happens to be your kink, I'm not judging you, but you may want to pause the video and get some Kleenex, because I am not coming around to clean up that mess. Right, so this is Anatomy. I'm exploring a house. There's like a little bit of VHS distortion here. And from what I understand, this game actually changes with different playthroughs. Okay, so TV is unplugged. Can I crouch? Yes, I can. Ooh. That's actually mildly disconcerting. Let's see here. Door won't open. So I literally have done no reading up on this game until, apart from the reviews on the site, which have given me a roughly good idea of what's going on here. That's an interesting picture of a hand on the wall. Ooh, okay. See, there's a card, a tape, and a cassette player.
In the psychology of the modern civilized human being, it is difficult to overstate the significance of the house. Since as early as the Neolithic era, humankind has defined itself by its buildings. Buildings for worship, buildings for socializing, buildings for protection, even buildings for the commemoration of the dead. But of all the structures that mankind has invented for itself, there is little doubt that the house is that which it relies upon most completely for its continued survival.
There's a tape in the dining room. Okay. So we're gonna go find the dining room. I think it was in there earlier, actually. This is not the dining room, this is the living room. Ooh. Ah, here's the dining room. Just close the door behind there. Okay, let's go ahead and play this.
The house is one of the key elements that separates modern humanity from its more primitive antecedents. No other creature goes to such lengths to create lasting, permanent shelter for itself, nor regards such shelters with such reverence and importance. Why do human beings of our modern age foster this tremendous sympathy toward their homes? There are many reasons, of course, but perhaps it is due in some small part to seeing them as a reflection of ourselves.
Okay, there's a tape in the downstairs bathroom. That's a dining room. So now I know there's actually two different ways to the dining room. Downstairs bathroom. Let's close that for just now. Is this it? Yeah, it is. So far, I've just gathered the tapes and listened to somebody talk about a house. But actually, it's mildly unsettling.
The anatomy of the house is such that this analogy is less superficial than at first it may seem. To carry it further, if we were to dissect a house as we might a human cadaver, we would find ourselves able to isolate and describe its various appendages and their functions in a decidedly anatomical fashion. There is even a fair number of direct comparisons to be drawn between those organs of a house and those of a human body.
Okay. There's a tape in the garage. So... Let's see. Here in my garage, just found a new cassette tape. It's fun to play up here in the Hollywood Hills. Sorry, it's terrible. But you know what's more terrible? Knowledge! Okay, let's stop. Can I at least turn a light on or something? I'm mildly unsettled by this.
For example, let us examine the living room. Often the dominant space of a house's ground level, as well as typically the center of activity in a well-populated home, the living room is very much the heart of the house. While a human heart circulates blood to oxygenate the body's extremities, the living room circulates people, activity, communication. It is the room most likely to be found beating, as active and vivacious as its name would imply. The comparison is only strengthened when we consider also that the living room is most commonly the room to contain the fireplace, making it additionally a locus of actual physical heat.
Okay, there's a tape in the living room. Hoo boy. Not entirely sure how I feel about this. Let's see here. Okay, so far so good. Again, sorry for the phlegmy throat. I can't really help it right now. Or the phlegmy corridor, I guess.
It is easy to think of the kitchen and dining room as the stomach or digestive system of a house, though this comparison is tenuous. By contrast, the function and analog of a bathroom should be immediately obvious. The hallways and corridors of a house are its veins, providing circulation coursing throughout its frame. A staircase bears more than a passing resemblance, both physically and symbolically, to a spine. The windows of a house serve much the same purpose as eyes, and anyone who has ever rounded a bend or long drive and come suddenly face to face with a tall, dark manor will tell you that it is difficult to shake the impression that the house, through its lightless windows, is a creature capable of vision and intelligence.
There's a tape on the stairs. Okay. Getting mildly more unsettled now. Anything up there? No? Okay. Just gonna keep doing as this person says. By the way, this game is by... oh god, who is this game by again? I can't remember. Kitty
The
Horrorshow?
bedroom is perhaps the room that most eludes direct comparison in this fashion. At a stretch, and allowing for a bit of poetic sympathy, it might be said that the bedroom is not unlike the human mind, or those parts of it which dictate thought and imagination. In the bedroom, dreams are dreamt, passions are ignited, epiphanies are experienced in cold sweat at early hours. In the bedroom is where people invariably spend the majority of their time, though comparatively little of it whilst conscious.
So I'm gonna go to the bedroom. There's a tape in a bedroom. Okay. The VHS distortions are getting a little worse. I'm going to go ahead and assume that a bedroom is upstairs. That is not a bedroom. That is also not a bedroom. That is also not a bedroom. Let's see, a friend is messaging me on Steam, but because I have direct game capture, I should be fine. Sorry to give you a little behind the scenes while I am doing this. God. I mean, so far, everything's been relatively sane, if a little unsettling, of being in a dark house. And actually, I quite like this kind of horror.
And yet, this analogy is an incomplete one, for obviously the mind is an exceedingly complex thing. If the bedroom represents the thinking, dreaming part of the brain, then it is the basement that represents those lower, unconscious parts. The basement is dark. It is buried. It is a place full of cobwebs where memories are stored. A poignant comparison, truly. Often the unnerving uncertainty that comes with considering the deeper aspects of the human psyche is not unlike gazing down at the swimming blackness pooled at the bottom of a basement stairwell. It is a place we spend our childhoods filling with monsters that will lay for years in patient silence. It is a place that, barring some specific errand, we seldom ever want to go.
And so I'm going to have to go to the basement. Joy. Oh god. It's actually kind of scary down here. There's the tape though. It's just stuck to the wall. Please don't get lost in the basement. Please don't get lost in the basement. Okay, good. There's the stairs. I'm leaving. And I'll probably be coming back later when the game demands what I do again.
Of course, this comparison, though appropriate, is a very heavy-handed one, and often the basement is little more than a storage space littered with the corpses of spiders and woodlice. While poets and psychoanalysts no doubt dread the thought of a dark basement, in truth, it is the bedroom, the waking mind, that place of dreams, that is actually the most frightening of all.
I know. We're gonna go to another bedroom. Now, I think I'm going to divvy this up into videos for each separate playthrough, but they're all going to be coming to you in quick succession, so... The master bedroom, oh god. The walls are red. Huh? Where's the tape? There it is. And there's a cassette player. Oh, I just noticed the pictures of teeth all around me, and I'm just a glowing orb of light apparently. Oh boy. So I think this might be the end of the first video. Here goes.
It is here, in the bedroom, that we are at our most vulnerable. Each night we shut our senses to the world for hours at a time, trusting in the house to keep us safe until next we wake. In this state of extreme vulnerability, we will spend something like 20% of our lives. Anything might stand beside us, watch us, keep us company until dawn, and we would never perceive it. We can only pray that the house will not let such things carry on as we sleep. In this way, during these hours, the bedroom seems less like a mind and more like a mouth. For it is here that the house is most likely to betray us. It is here that we place ourselves most at the house's mercy and spend each night hoping that it will not bite down.
Alright. Well, that was Anatomy. And as I said, apparently this game changes in different playthroughs, so we are going to be going back in the next video. I'll see you there.